everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the 3 videos that I'm creating for Valentine's Day. Yes, I went a little crazy, but I'm okay with it. We're going to start off with some wood hearts. Remember the disaster of the first video with wood hearts? And if you haven't watched that first video, you better go back and watch that video because it was a struggle and I had to edit out a lot of it. So bear with me. But anyway, these are different hearts. We are going to also use these hearts, and I'll explain this in a moment. So I'm actually not really going to do too many crafts with this, but this will come back into play. So what we're going to do, this is all from Amazon, so you don't even need to leave your house to get any of the supplies, although you could, because Michael's, Hobby Lobby, they all have this as well. So I'm going to get that out, and then I'm going to bring in my scissors. Open this up. There's that one, and then let's open this one too. There is no Cricut in this craft, this one in particular. There might be in some other crafts in this video, but there we go. Let's unwind this. Okay, there's that one. Now this guy, Amazon. Okay, super easy, or you know, nothing fancy about that. Okay, so I don't know how many I'm going to make, honestly. This might be bigger than what I need, but I got my hot gluing, and oh, well, that piece was just a piece that was coming out. Okay, I'm just going to, actually I need to let this warm up. So give me 1 second, I'll let my gun warm up a little bit. While I'm doing that, I'm going to do 2 on camera, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera because it's pretty redundant. And it will be kind of time consuming, right? So let me get this heated up and I'll be right back. Okay, I think it's heated up, so at least enough to get it going. So I'm just going to put my string in there. I don't want to burn myself, but I'm gonna kind of mold it a little bit. Don't do what I'm doing. My fingers are no longer, I have no more feeling in my fingers because of how much I craft. I'm just kidding, I can still feel. All right, anyways, I don't need a lot. It will get buried anyways. So now the part is just simply adding some string around it. And you can make this as, you know, like filled or not filled, you know, however you want to approach this. That's the fun part. There is no way to mess this up other than just be random. And if you want to have a consistent, gosh, I hope I have enough string. This is going to take a lot. If you want to, you know, have some type of design, then go for it. I'm just not even going to think about it, and I'm just going to wheel this out, oops, however it makes sense to me. And maybe I'll just do one on camera because this is going to take a little while. So just keep on wrapping it around. I don't know if it really needs a whole lot. And again, you can kind of move things around if you want. Just depends on, you know, how you're going to approach this design. I think this is almost there. And you can see I'm a little loose on some areas. I can always fix that with my hot glue. I'm not too worried about that, honestly. It will be fine. As you can see, this is using a lot of string. So my recommendation, if you're going to take this idea and run with it for your own, I saw this on Pinterest, so and they looked like they used kind of a thin piece of string, so that's why I went with this. You know, I don't even know where I was going with this. Sorry, I was trying to focus on this. Just use your judgment, like however you want to approach this, you know, just do you, boo-boo. Oh my God, I don't know why I just said that. My husband hates when I say that. Okay, one more wrap and I think she's good. Okay, so I'm going to pull this really tight and I'm going to bring in my hot glue. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in that. I'm going to hold that down. I love this idea. It is so cute. Okay. And then give that a good cut. Let that dry a little bit. And you can see that it's not perfect, and that's okay. You know, this is not meant to be a perfect looking heart. It's just meant to be kind of cute, right? And you could be as messy. It's like really cute. See, I got glue that needs to dry. But so I'm gonna make, and it took, well, here, this is the full, I haven't used this one, and look how much I took off for just one. So my recommendation, like I said, if I was gonna do this again, I would probably do thicker so I wouldn't use as much. So that's what I will recommend. I'm just gonna go with it. I might just make a couple. Well, and you know, I have no other use for these, so I might as well just use them up. So I'm gonna go ahead off camera and make a few, and then I'll be right back. I went ahead and made 6 hearts, 3 of each color, and then I have these wood hearts that I told you I'd bring in later as little filler pieces. Now it'd be cute to maybe add some color to them, but you know, to paint them, and they do have holes, so you can make a garland. And maybe it doesn't need it. Does it need it? I don't know. There's different sizes here. Throw that out because we don't need that. Let me just, I don't know, range it. I mean, this is probably going to get moved around, and you know, let's put that underneath there. I just thought this would be cute to fill in the space, or you could just move. I clearly have a lot more string. I used 6, so I used half of the hearts that came with it. If you did the project from last week that was a disaster with those wood hearts, you can always use the leftover. These are a little bit different shape, I believe. So yeah, you can just totally use these like so, and just kind of arrange it how you like it. Or you could just do away without it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking it. I think I might just leave. Or you could like tuck it. I wonder if I can tuck it. I might try to. No, I can't. Okay, well, I almost feel I need like an odd one so I could, you know, always works better in odds, right? But nonetheless, I think it looks kind of cute without it. Maybe add another one to go on top or something. I don't know. But I kind of like how that turned out. That is so cute, right? Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. Okay, next, that was a great first project. We are going to move into, that was my heat press. We are going to move into the second project, which is just doing a dish towel. I have, the set comes in a set of 3, and I'm just going to do one for this video. And I'm not even going to, I mean, this is so easy. But I just have a heart. I kind of use this style of heart throughout all 3 of my videos. I think I did it in the first video. I could be wrong. I can't remember, even though I just recorded it probably an hour ago. But anyways, so I'm just going to hang it like this. Now this is super long, which is always so nice, but this one in particular is just going to be decor only. And the other 2 I'm probably going to keep for the next year to do something different. I have a little ladder that sits on the counter, and I add like a dish towel, and I also add like a little decor to it. So so that's, you know, what that's all about. I don't like that this is not quite centered. See how like larger, and we'll be all right. I'm not going to stress. And we're just going to make it easy and just do a heart. And I'm going to have to bring it over just a smidge. Now, is that going to make sense, or is this going to make sense? No, because yeah, I'm gonna have to scooch it over. And you can see that I'm not even adding a heat pad. That is because I have this, like it's pretty thick. Plus this mat is heat resistant. So let's just go ahead and iron this down. This is just glitter iron-on, and I got it on the medium setting. I'm gonna apply some heat. This is like an easy project. In fact, the next one is going to be even easier. Since I'm making a lot of these crafts for Valentine's Day, I figured I would make it easy on me, and well, at least some of them, make them easy. And some I thought were going to be easy until I started to do the projects, right? Sometimes you're like, oh, this is going to be a breeze, and it ended up being like the biggest headache, which was the first craft in the first video. That was just a lot harder than I had anticipated, but it's alright. It turned out just fine. Okay. I'm going to flip this over, I'm going to cool it down, and then we'll peel it up. That is cooled down. I'm going to peel that up. And it turned out beautifully. I love how sparkly it is. And yeah, and this could be up even longer past Valentine's Day. This doesn't have to be necessarily Valentine's Day. Now, it's going to get hung like this. So this piece right here may come apart, and I recognize that, but again, it's going to be late. It should be fine, and if it doesn't work out, what's good about this is I can just hang it on the oven, and it still works out just fine. So again, I want it to be this length, but if it doesn't end up working out, this will just get hung over my oven, and it'll be perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and go into a really, I'm telling you, really easy project. Y'all ever look at something on Amazon or any website and you're like, oh, that's so beautiful, I need to get it, and it turns out smaller than you thought? Well, it was this frame. I feel so dumb. I read dimensions for a living, and I did not pay attention at all. I just, oh, this is gonna be a beautiful big frame, and it's super tiny. It's like, what is it? About 3 by 4 inches. Oh yeah, it's real good job. So I just found a set, and this should be familiar, only because I bought a bundle of these bunnies with these hearts because I wanted it to be dubbed for Valentine's Day and for Easter. That way I can leave it out a little bit longer. And this is gonna be actually perfect for my tier tray. So who's laughing now? Still me, because that was pretty dumb. But anyway, so I just did a print and cut. I cut it out. In fact, I had to trim it down a little bit, but again, easy project. You just get a little, you know, a little something that you like, and on, you know, Pinterest, whatever. And I may even tape this so this doesn't slip down. So let me just kind of figure out, so okay, a little bit of engineering here that we got to figure out. You could even, which would be cool if you're a card maker, maybe I'll do this for, you know, the spring, switch it out once Easter's over or summer. Use one of my stamps and die, or my stamps, and oh, it just shifted on me. What I'll do is do a little coloring and with a stamp, right? So there's that. And then we will put this in here. Hopefully it won't do any shifting, and our project is completed. You can keep this. I'm not going to keep it. I don't need it. It doesn't even give you an accurate size of the frame anyways, so I'm not going to keep that in there. Plus, knowing me, I probably forgot that I left it in there, and I'll have to measure it anyways. But easy peasy. And if you want, you could take it a step further and do some vinyl work and put I love you or something like that. That would be super cute too. talk about another easy project. We are going to, those hearts that I used, I don't know if this was from the first video or from this video, but it's one of the hearts. They're virtually the same. I'm going to cover this up. I bought this 2 years ago for Christmas, the day, well, not the day after, but post-Christmas sale was like 90% off. So this was $8.49. So I got it for like 50 cents. Amazing. And I'm just going to add a color, or I painted this white, and I'm just going to trim down, this is chiffon from, what is it? Chiffon from Spellbinders. And I'm just going to measure this. This is how easy this project's going to go, okay? So we're going to go ahead and measure this. So another easy project. So I might want a little white border. I do like that idea. So I might just do 4.5. Well, I don't know if I want to trim it down that much. I'm afraid those gray stars. No, I do like this. I actually bought several of these and kept the one for Christmas, so I don't have to redo it. So don't you worry. So we'll do 4 5/8. That might be, I might do 4.5. I think 4.5 will be fine, honestly. Yeah, 4.5. We'll do 4.5. Make it easy. Let's not overcomplicate something that doesn't need to be overcomplicated, right? Who's with me? Okay. So bringing out my paper trimmer. We'll cut this down to 4.5. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to use that. And here's why. I can use this as a card base, and since I'm cutting it down to 4.5, this makes sense to cut it linear lengthwise, and that way I could use this as a card base. So, oh shoot, did I not do that right? 4.5, oh, 8.5 by 11. Oh, you know what? Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because this is going to be smaller. Now this is going to be, what is this? It's going to be at 4 inches. So, okay, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Ignore me. Okay. There we go. All right, I can use those scraps for something else. Okay, and then this is going to go in here like so. This is going to create that little white rustic border, which is what I was going for. And honestly, I'm just going to add tape to just a little bit to all 4 sides, because I just want to be able to take this off and redo it if I wanted to. And let's see, push that down, and it doesn't need to stand the test of time because, well, I need it to need to be able to have it withhold for at least the season, and Valentine's Day doesn't last too long once you put all of the Christmas decorations, which, by the way, let me know down below, how long do you keep your Christmas decor down? I put mine out, my Christmas decor out very early than I normally do. I put it out in, what was it? It was, oh geez, I'm making a mess here. Hold on. I put my Christmas decor out a week before Thanksgiving, which I normally do after Thanksgiving, but I was having company over for Thanksgiving, and my family was coming down for Christmas this year, or last year, now it's last year, right? And I just wanted it to be done. I wanted it to be out so I don't have to stress about it, and yeah, I got it out. I don't know if this is going to work with my little... It's nice to sometimes get your hands out of the way. So I was ready to take it down like the 26th, which, you know, I'm Christian, Catholic, and technically you're supposed to leave it out all year round, or at least to a certain date in January, I believe, from what I remember. I can't quite remember. But I was ready to take it down. When my house back to normal, looking good. So, not that it looked bad, it just, you know, I don't like a lot of stuff. Which is why my craft room stresses me out a lot, because I have a lot of stuff and I'm always constantly organizing it over and over again because I want it to look like I don't have a lot of stuff, but I want all the stuff. Who's with me? So that just added some dimension, not that it really needs it, and look how sweet and easy. I love that I cut it smaller so I could see that white border. I love the shimmer and it was easy. All right, let's move on. Our next order of business. We did this in the last video. I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. This one is, or was it? Yeah, it was last video. But that one, I put a larger wood heart and I put it in a frame. This one's just gonna be freestanding, and I got this on reduced from Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I am going to do a fun one for my daughter's room. So I wanted something to really pop, and I really love this set. I want to buy another set if I'm being honest. This can extend well past Valentine's Day, but it's called Love is Kind, and it's 6x9 main paper pack by Pretty Little Studio. I love this paper pack. We're gonna do it again, and she can just have this in her room. She loves when I make a little stuff for her room. I love crafting with my daughter. She just wants to be involved on all the things I make, which I don't, you know, that's just, I love that. And I love that I can, you know, prep for videos and not have to take time away from her because we are crafting together. And instead of crafting by myself while she's playing on something, she makes me cards all the time. It's so super cute. And I'm just going to flip this over, and it doesn't really matter, but I want to conserve the paper in case I want to use it to make a card. So I will kind of put it right there. And then hopefully not move it. But anyway, I have this little, like, to the right here, I have a little opening because there's like a little cubicle shelf, and she slides the card. That's my little mailbox for her. And she likes to slide it in there, have me open it, and it's just, I have so many cards. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this glue down. This is a little bit of a, has a little bit of a smoothness texture to it, so it may take a while to glue down. So I'm just gonna let that adhere while I clean up, and then we'll come back and go ahead and cut this out. And these are easy projects. I do have one that's a little bit more involved, but it will go by pretty fast. Okay, so let me get this all cleaned up. I have glitter everywhere. I should have done that before I got this glued down, but I will be right back. Okay, just wrapping this part up here. It's kind of hard to get into that little curve, but I think I got it. And there we go. Look how sweet that is. And it just sits like this and freestands, or she, you know, whatever she can do. But I just gotta maybe clean up just a little bit on the sides here. You also can file it down. That would work as well, or sand it down, whatever. But it's simple and easy, and I love how this is just so bright and just so my daughter. I mean, she's just a bright ray of sunshine. She really is. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the last craft of this video. The last one, I found these refrigerator magnets, this DIY refrigerator magnets. Super excited about it. And I also, you can see here, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this down. I didn't have my Cricut cut it out, mainly because I don't need it to be cut out, but I am going to conserve some of this cardstock because I like to keep my scraps, and they could be used for my card making. Okay, so awesome. Now that I have that done, we have a bunch of hearts, and then we also have these magnets, and they just get attached like so on the back, right? So what I'm going to do, I need to find my pencil. I had my pencil somewhere around here. I'm going to find it here. And the reason I have cardstock, y'all, of Valentine's Day. However, I wanted something else to use. And I wanted to show you that you don't have to purchase your pattern. You don't have to purchase pattern cardstock. I mean, you do because I bought this, but you can go online and you can, this was a bundle and I scaled it down, and I'm going to use this to create, I think, 8 magnets, if not more if I wanted to. But I wanted to show you that you can do this without buying a whole collection. And also, these are tiny. Okay, and if you use your 12 by 12 cardstocks, you make it, you know, a really small, like one piece, and it just may not look good. And if you're able to scale it down because you're working with small pieces, you can get, you know, more in that small piece. So this is why I chose to print this and not, not, I guess what I'm looking for to say is, you know, and not, you can scale it down and you can get more involved or more into your pieces here. So all I'm doing is tracing the heart. You could probably use your Cricut to cut out some hearts too. However, I really don't need this many. And if I want, I could probably fit a whole lot more in there. But you're not going to get the exact shape, right? You're not going to get the exact shape. So you can get close, but it's not going to be exact. So this is why I'm doing this. And honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you're selling them, yeah, you definitely want to try to get close to the shape, right? I guess I'm going to do 3 of each. Apparently that's what I'm doing. So I'm just tracing them. These would be fun to sell. I swear, I wish I was involved in crafting a little bit more when I was a kid, because I feel like I would sell these to my school. These would be cute teacher gifts as well. If you do any teacher gifts for Valentine's Day. I don't. Well, you guys saw in the last video, I did these star-shaped boxes. Pillow boxes, I guess is what they're called. And I'll give one to the teachers, but that's about the extent of what I'll do. Okay, so I got these all trimmed. Oops, not trimmed, but all traced. And then I'm going to get my detail scissors. And I'm just going to trim, or I'm just going to cut the shape. And you guys, I'm not the best at cutting, I swear. Maybe I need better scissors. I'm going to go with my bigger ones. I think this would be a little bit easier. And if it's not perfect, you know, then it's fine. It will be fine. So there's my unperfect heart, right? And as long as you get close to it, you know, you can always trim out. I did not like how that one turned out. I got this weird piece, but anyway, yeah, you're not going to notice it. And then this is going to go on the back like so. Yeah, that's going to be good. So let me get these all cut out. I will be right back. Now that I have these all cut out, I am, let's see here. Do I need this anymore? I don't think I do. I don't. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit of some Mod Podge to the back of these. This is going to dry matte, and then I'm going to pop that on there and get that into position. It does beautifully. Are these cut out perfectly? Absolutely not. Did I do a great job? Absolutely. I'm just kidding. They're really not that great, but it will work. Okay, so where is my weeding tool? I have lost it like 5 zillion times. Ah, it's in the drawer. Oh, shoot. It is in a drawer where it is not supposed to be. Okay, so now that I've done that, we'll remove the adhesive. This is like easy peasy. And we'll just pop that on there. Like so. And we got ourselves a magnet. How awesome is that? All right, let me do another one. We'll pull this one. And we will add some Mod Podge to it. There we go. Bringing that over. Getting that into position. Look how easy this is. I love this idea. I've been wanting some more magnets on my refrigerator because I've been hanging my daughter's artwork and just some reminders for school and all that fun stuff. So it's been a long time coming. In fact, you're going to see this again. I have another idea, but I have different shapes, so I'm excited to bring them to the channel. So there's those two. Let's go ahead and do well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one, but we'll do the next one. You could totally mass produce these as like gifts. Like how awesome would that be? And I'll show you how you can like personalize this as well. And it doesn't take much glue either, so you don't need a large thing of glue. I'm actually there's a reason why I have such a large Mod Podge. To me, it's worth it because of all the Mod Podge work I do, but also I want to do something else on my channel, so that will be coming in, so stay tuned. There's a huge need for this kind of this one in particular, so you'll see that. I've been wanting to do it since, like, gosh, before Thanksgiving. I just have not had the chance to do it, so it will be coming. Okay. Make sure you do it on the flat side. You don't want to do the part where it's, you know, bowing up. Don't put too much on there like I just did. And then I just pop that on there, and you can clearly see it's not perfect, but it's honestly, oops, it's honestly hard to tell that it's not cut right. So I actually was really afraid about this. I was thinking about this last night. I knew I was going to film today, and I'm like, ugh, I do not want to do these magnets, and now I want to do more. I have a few more different kinds. I already have the round ones, so I'm going to do something with those in another video. That would be fun. And then I already have, I think it's like a hexagon or octagon shaped one, and then a square one. So those are going to be coming. But these are so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. Let's see. They're not super strong, I will tell you that. Okay, let me go ahead and put some music on, and I'll finish the rest of these. These were so simple, and I was stressing out so much over these little hearts, and I'm not sure why, but they were so easy. I guess it's just I'm not good with fussy cutting at all, and they really honestly turned out really good, and I can't wait to put these on my refrigerator for Valentine's Day. Okay, well, this is the last craft of this video. I have one more video coming out, but before I end the video, let's bring in everything so we can see them as a collective. Well, here they all are, all 6 of them. We got our little magnets, our little dish towel, an easy peasy craft, just adding a little design to it, and then our cute, another easy peasy, but wow, it's beautiful. And then we have our hearts. That was a little bit involved, but totally well worth it. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed these and are inspired by these crafts for your Valentine's season. So again, be sure to turn on that notification so you can see the 3rd and final Valentine's Day video. If you haven't watched the first one, be sure to go ahead and watch that one because I have a lot of fun crafts in those, and I have a lot more fun crafts coming up in the 3rd and final Valentine's Day video. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next card or craft video. Bye.